Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. I'm trying to free your mind.
Meta, the company you know and love, Facebook has been fined 91 million euros, which is about $100 million, by the Irish Data Protection Commission, or DPC. This fine comes after it was revealed that Meta wasn't exactly careful with how they stored Facebook user passwords. So apparently a bunch of these Facebook passwords were stored internally in plain text. So that means that they weren't encrypted. Basically, anyone with access to those files could see anybody's user's passwords. Now, the DPC got a hold of this back in 2019 and they started an investigation. And obviously they weren't happy what they found, and they punished Meta for not having the proper security measures in place and taking way too long to tell anybody about it. Now, this is a big deal because it just shows how important this data security is and just how unsecure Facebook has been, or Meta has been, for a long time. Now, Krebbs' research pointed out that even though there was no real evidence that Facebook employees access exposed data, that security privacy failure could have allowed any one of Facebook's employees, all 200,000 of them, to see the plaintext passwords for up to 600 million accounts. And they were easily searchable. They could be searched by thousands of Facebook employees going all the way back to 2012. So as a response, a Meta spokesperson said that they took immediate action to fix the error after identifying it back in 2019. And it says that they had constructively engaged with the DPC throughout this and reiterated there was no evidence that the passwords were abused or they were even accessed improperly. But this is not the first time that Meta has gotten fined up the wazoo by the EU. Back in May, they were issued a 1.2 billion euro fine. They were fined 210 million euros in 2023 of January, and another 180 million euros in Instagram, and they also had to pay 5.5 million euros in fines over their WhatsApp issues. And then they were fined back in November of 2022 265 million euros for a data scraping leak that exposed hundreds of millions of user records before that. Now, if you are still one of the unlucky ones who still needs an active Facebook account, here are some basic things you can do to stay safe. Number one, make sure that your passwords are strong for all your online accounts, not just Facebook. If this data leak was to ever go public, what hackers love to do is to see what passwords are being used across multiple accounts. A lot of people like to use the same passwords, so you want to check your accounts on multiple devices, not just Facebook. Go ahead and enable two-factor authentication. Number two, that's a big one. Try to avoid using text-based authentication. Use some strong authenticator apps. Number three, just be careful what you share online. Obviously, Facebook is a social media platform, but how much does the internet need to know your personal business? And obviously, if your Facebook account you think your Facebook account may have been impacted, I would just go ahead and change that just in case. You never know. But let me know in the comments what you think about this data breach and how companies should handle user information. Are you still on Facebook? Are you done with Facebook by now? Most people might be still pretty active. Are you going to make sure that people, maybe you got some older people in your family that still use Facebook? How are you going to let them know about this if you are? If you're watching this on Rumble, Odyssey, or YouTube, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you and take care.